Speaker, honorable adjudicators, returning opponents, accurate timekeeper, and members of the hall. As the leader of the opposition, I strongly oppose the motion for today, which is parents play an important role in enhancing one Malaysia vision, or in other words, parents, as in mothers and fathers, play a significant part or role to deepen the understanding of the one Malaysia vision. Ladies and gentlemen, my point for today will be that parents do play a role. I think they do play a role, but the point that they play an important role has the question. My second speaker will be saying that government and mass media actually play the important role, whereas my third speaker will strengthen our stance to rebuttal. First and foremost, let me tell you again that the one Malaysia vision, according to our current Prime Minister, Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Seri Najib Tun Razak, is a concept to foster unity among Malaysians of all races and creeds, based on several important values such as endurance, a culture of excellence, acceptance, loyalty, education, humility, integrity, and meritocracy. The main objective of this concept is to achieve a Malaysian race. This means that instead of addressing themselves as an Indian, a Chinese, or a Malay, the citizens of Malaysia should address themselves as Malaysians. Our Prime Minister Yang Amat Berhormat Datuk Seri Najib Tun Razak too stated that the One Malaysia concept is not a new concept. It is actually the goal of national unity and vision by past Prime Ministers of this nation. He agrees that he only updated the concept brought by previous Malaysian leaders. Before I move on any further my point, allow me to rebut the points brought forward by the Prime Minister. He states that it is the parents' responsibility to enhance this vision. Ladies and gentlemen, in this era, how many parents actually have enough time to spend with their children, have enough time to educate their children about unity? And he said that parents also have a responsibility to support their parents and support their children. In order to support their children, they need to provide a comfortable place to live in. For that, they need money. And nowadays, parents, they try their best to ensure that their child is successful in life. For that, they need to send them for tertiary education, and it comes again to the point that they need money. And for that, they have to work. When they work, they will spend very little time with their children, spend limited time with their children, and this refrains them from actually being able to enhance this vision. At this point, I will explain as a part of my point later. The first speaker from the government said that parents can influence their children. Let me tell you that parents do play a role, as I say. Parents play a role when they actually portray the values of being united or being together. But it actually, as Anne Frank, one of the most renowned and most discussed Jewish teachers of the Holocaust, said that parents can only give an advice or put their children on the right path, but the final forming of a person's character lies in their own hands. So, ladies and gentlemen, parents can play a role to buy the trust of their child, to actually try to influence their child, but it lies in the child's hands whether or not he or she allows him or herself to get influenced by what the parents are trying to do. Now, let me stress again that my point today is that parents play a role. They play a role in enhancing the one Malaysia vision, ladies and gentlemen, but the point that they play an important role as the government is proposing has to be questioned. Members of the floor, if we look into the hierarchy of how things work in our country, we will see that the government will be on the highest rank, followed by the mass media, and then the public, comprising parents and children. Parents only pass down what they understand about one Malaysia concept to their children. However, as my second speaker will elaborate later in her speech, it is actually the government and the mass media that play an important role compared to parents to enhance the one Malaysia vision. Well, members of the floor, based on an article I read in Newsweek Times on the 15th of December last year, approximately 70% of parents, as in mothers and fathers, are working in Malaysia. Let me tell you that the working hours in Malaysia is approximately 7 to My dear audience, when these parents come home already exhausted, they still have to do their daily chores. And then they have to eat, they have to sleep, they have to wake up, and the routine goes on and on and on and on and on. The children on the other hand...
Point of information, madam.
Yes.
As you said, parents do not have much time, right? You said that parents need time to wake up, parents need time to eat, parents need time to bathe, parents need time to sleep. So are you trying to say that parents have no time at all? So that means they don't even have 5 minutes to put a little focus on their children. So even ask them, son, did you meet any friends from school today which are not of the same race? So are you trying to say that parents do not have any time for their children?
I'll explain that point later in a final speech. Okay, allow me to continue that parents, and on the other hand, children still have to do their homework and they still have to study. So, the time spent with their children would be limited. Even if the parents get a chance to talk with their children, maybe during dinner or something, say 5 minutes, in that 5 minutes, the most common question parents would ask their child would be if he or she is able to catch on with what we taught at school, or if he or she has any problems in school. It is very rare for parents to ask any questions related to unity, and even if they do, they will only inform their child to actually mix around, or they might ask their child, have you made any British friends, have you made any Chinese friends, have you made any Indian friends? But, as I said earlier, parents do play a role when they advise and ask these type of questions. However, they do not play an important role as they are not there to monitor whether their child is actually mixing around. The teachers are the teachers who are the educators under the government, the one who is playing that role, the one who is actually monitoring the children. So, how can you say that parents play an important role when they only play a small part by advising their child to do that? You can also say that parents can bring their children out during Saturdays and Sundays and so on. But, ladies and gentlemen, Saturdays and Sundays are only 2 days out of 7 days a week. If you add and subtract the time, children lose. The children fail to spend their parents. Saturday and Sunday will make up nothing. You can also say that parents should teach their children to be united since they are toddlers or since childhood. However, ladies and gentlemen, a study done by psychologists worldwide has proven that any child will not be able to remember anything from his first 3 years of childhood unless the situation has given a great impact on their child. You can also say that a child will undergo a rapid development and growth of the brain until they are 5 or 6 years old. However, ladies and gentlemen, we have to consider the fact that this is when the child starts to know and look for who he or she is, and to actually teach them about unity, about all these races and how important it is to foster unity among Malaysians will definitely burden them and might short their development and growth. Ladies and gentlemen, children are not plasticines who can be formed or shaped whenever and however you want them to. You can't just cram all this information into the child's mind at a certain period of time and at that period of growth itself. The word might disrupt their development has to be emphasized as you can't take possibilities for granted. However, ladies and gentlemen, even by teaching their children the basics, as I said just now, parents do play a role. Yes, you should know the point that the process of instilling the value of togetherness is an ongoing process, and just the basics alone is not enough. This is where teachers, the school, and other parties that will be elaborated by my second speaker actually play a role, an important role, as the parents will not be able to spend as much time as before when the child starts schooling. Members of the floor, even if the parents do not build or teach their children the basics, teachers, the school, and the other parties can play that part too. In conclusion, members of the hall, take a moment to consider the truth in our side while we continue to oppose, I say to oppose, the motion for today.